A conspiracy has been brewing in the EU fandom for several years now. I first heard the conspiracy theory mentioned in a Matt Wilkins video.
Welcome to Reread. Today I'm going to go through Rebel Force Target. This is book 1 in the Rebel Force series, written by the fake name of Alex Wheeler, who I am 99% is Jude Watson. But anyway,
And later found conversation regarding it on social media apps such as Reddit, Discord, and even Wikipedia discussion forums. That conspiracy theory revolves around the incredible author Jude Watson. Before I get to the conspiracy theory itself, first I will give you some background on Jude Watson herself, with a short history lesson on her and her works. Jude Watson is the pen name of author Judy Blundell, an American author who wrote several Star Wars EU young readers novels published by Scholastic. Her first Star Wars works began in 1999 with the Science Adventures duology, which is pretty fun stuff, which was before she began work on the absolutely incredible Jedi Apprentice series, writing books 2 to 18 plus 2 special editions as well, which were published between 1999 and 2002. From 2001 to 2004, her 11-book series Jedi Quest was also published, another incredible installment into her EU footprint, though not quite as good as Jedi Apprentice in my opinion. In 2003, Jude Watson had a short story published in the Hasbro 3-in-1 collection, titled Stormfleet Warnings. 2003 also saw the release of Legacy of the Jedi, and 2005 saw the release of the sequel, Secrets of the Jedi, which told stories in several different eras and tied heavily into her previous 2 major series of Jedi Apprentice and Jedi Quest. These books are amazing, and Secrets of the Jedi made me cry. Very emotional reads, and surprisingly dark for a young reader series. In 2005, she began work on what was fated to be her last Star Wars book series, Last of the Jedi, featuring the character of Ferris Olin, a character from her earlier work, Jedi Quest. Last of the Jedi is the most controversial work in her roster, but I really enjoyed this one personally, almost as good as Jedi Apprentice in my opinion. Last of the Jedi wrapped in 2008, but in between, she published the short story The Last One Standing in 2006, which was exclusive to the mass-market paperback special release omnibus of Legacy of the Jedi and Secrets of the Jedi, which was another fun little read featuring Obi-Wan. In addition to that, she also published an Insider short story titled Ghosts of the Sith, which was published in Insider issue number 88. That one tied into her Last of the Jedi book series, slotting in between the books. But beyond that, nothing. Where did Jude Watson disappear to for the remaining 6 years of EU content? What made her stop? And this is where our conspiracy theory begins to creep in. Scholastic published many EU stories during its time publishing Star Wars stories, and in 2008 to 2010, one of these series began seeing release. Titled Rebel Force, and written by Alex Wheeler, this series went for 6 books, titled Target, Hostage, Renegade, Firefight, Trapped, and Uprising. These stories were set after A New Hope and featured familiar characters from that film. Shockingly, one of Jude Watson's most beloved creations began appearing in the series, entering the fray in Book 2, and appearing 4 times overall in the 6-book series. The character Ferris Olin was a surprising addition to be sure. Why had Alex Wheeler inserted a Jude Watson character into his novels? What had motivated him to include Ferris? And this is where the conspiracy theory takes a hold. Are Jude Watson and Alex Wheeler actually one and the same? Is Alex Wheeler but the second pen name of author Judy Blundell? Before I either confirm or debunk this fan theory, let me explain the logic behind it. These books were published between 2008 and 2010, after Jude Watson had finished her other works, during a time she published nothing else. One of Jude Watson's favorite characters to write appears prominently in the series. The book series really goes out of its way to feature him, which she enjoyed featuring Ferris in a lot of her body of work. Alex Wheeler has no online social presence, and no images of him are online. In addition to that, he never wrote anything before or after the series. Wikipedia, a well-established paragon of truthful journalism, even has to point out very suspiciously that Jude Watson and Alex Wheeler are separate individuals. This is a suspiciously phrased sentence, to say the least. What could the Wook be hiding? Well, now, let's answer this question. Is Alex Wheeler just the second pseudonym for Jude Watson, as this Twitter user suggests? Wikipedia links two sources for its statement regarding Alex Wheeler and Jude Watson being separate individuals. The first comes from the mouth of our always reliable friend, Pablo Hidalgo, a man championed as a hero among EU fans. Pablo said of the conspiracy on Twitter, well, we can't see what he said, because he limits who can see his tweets via screenshots we have on the Wayback Machine. But the person who asked him responded with a message thanking Pablo for confirmation. Since the Wook uses this as a source for why they aren't the same person, we can assume Pablo's response to the conspiracy was a negatory statement. Now, if you don't take Pablo's word for it, I don't blame you. But the author herself also responded to this statement via Twitter, which is our second source. From the words of the author Judy Blundell, aka Jude Watson, she herself denies being Alex Wheeler and having written those books, saying, "Not true, sorry, thanks for asking," when she was asked if she had written Rebel Force. So there we have it, right? Jude Watson herself claims to not have written Rebel Force books under the pseudonym Alex Wheeler. But could she be lying? As this hilarious forum post comment says, Jude Watson isn't even her real name. Could she be deceiving us yet again? I don't personally think so. I don't see any reason that she could have for lying. But this perhaps leaves us with a bigger question. A question I would like you to ponder. Even if Jude Watson's own words don't convince you that she didn't write Rebel Force, I would still like you to ponder this question. And I myself still feel conflicted on the conspiracy theory. Jude Watson's words versus a faceless author who we know absolutely nothing about and has no presence anywhere. And that big question I refer to is this. If Jude Watson didn't write Rebel Force, then who is Alex Wheeler and where did they go? If anyone watching this knows Alex Wheeler, if he exists, or knows a way to contact him, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to get to talk to him, if he isn't just another pen name of Judy Blundell. I genuinely think the Rebel Force books are really good fun, and I'd love to reach out and talk to him if he exists. But the jury does remain out. Did Jude Watson author Rebel Force using the name Alex Wheeler? Or, like she and Pablo claim, is there no connection? Let me know your conspiracy theories and analysis of this little EU mystery down below.